Hi guys, how are you doing? This is Mansplaining Mike. This is my 4th podcast. I hope this one goes better than the other 3. This one I'm going to be talking off of the top of my head, so it'll probably go a lot better. But anyway, I also wanted to let you guys know, when I'm reading slow, it's not because I'm stupid. I have trouble seeing, like my eyes dry out and stuff. I have to constantly put eye drops in for now. It might have something to do with me having multiple sclerosis. I'm not sure, but I can read perfectly fine. It's just hard for me to see sometimes. So when you see me leaning over and talking slow, it was more just because I was trying to see it, not because I couldn't read it or because I'm mentally defective or anything like that. Well, thanks for putting up with me for this long. If you guys continue to watch the channel, I really appreciate it. But today we're going to get into this hush money trial, the Stormy Daniels, Donald Trump fiasco. And I'm going to go into why Donald Trump is 100% innocent and why this is a sham trial. For number one, it's a sham trial because there's nothing illegal about paying off hush money. If you look up hush money and look up criminal statutes, there's no criminal statute against paying off hush money. However, there is a criminal statute about asking for hush money, or extortion is what that would be called. You can't go around extorting people, and that's what Stormy Daniels did. She contacted Donald Trump's attorney, Michael Cohen. That was his attorney, his fixer at the time. So she contacted him with the story that she said could hurt his campaign, or she may have even said it could hurt his marriage. And it's illegal to pay off hush money in furtherance of a campaign if he would have used a personal bank account for it. And that's the legal theory that the Democrats are trying to use. They're not actually saying that what he did was illegal. They're trying to say the way he did it was illegal. And the way he did it was completely above board. What they're using is a completely trash legal theory that they made up on their own. Jack Smith is a joke. All these prosecutors, they're really just horrible people that are trying to attack a person because of his political beliefs and because he wants to make America great and not sell us out to foreign countries. But we'll get into that more later. Right now, I'm just going to stick to this Stormy Daniels trial. Either way it goes, Stormy Daniels had contacted Michael Cohen, telling him about a story that she was going to release did she not get this hush money, which is extortion. So she wanted to go forward with a public statement that she was sleeping with Donald Trump and he was cheating on his wife with her. And her theory was, and the theory that the Democrats are using, is that that would hurt his campaign. Which it may be true, maybe it could have had some small effect on Donald Trump's campaign. But the problem with that is, it also would have had a negative effect on Donald Trump's marriage. So Donald Trump, if he would have paid out of the campaign finance fund, they could have said that he did it in furtherance of his marriage, of protecting his marriage. And if he did that, that would have been embezzling campaign finance funds. But he didn't do that. He paid it out of a personal bank account. In fact, he didn't pay it at all. Michael Cohen paid it, and he paid Michael Cohen back. But Michael Cohen didn't even have permission to give Stormy Daniels the money, from what I understand. So there was that problem, that he paid it out of his personal bank account instead of using the campaign funds. Like I said, had he used the campaign funds, then they would have said he was doing it in furtherance of his marriage and to save his marriage, and he could have been arrested for embezzling it at that point. But all Donald Trump would have to say is he did it to save his marriage. And then it should have came from his personal bank account because he didn't think it was going to affect his campaign like that. That's all he would have to say, and it would be a completely legal payment. So all of this is a complete sham. I mean, Stormy Daniels would have had to ask for the money, and when she did ask for the money, that's known as extortion, a demand of money for information you're holding over somebody's head. That's the only way you could look at that, is like an extortion. The Democrats just want to attack Trump at every turn. They talk about democracy, but they're trying to take away your vote at the same time. Everything they're doing is double talk. They talk about democracy, but they try to take away democracy when they're doing it. And we don't even have a democracy here. We're not supposed to have a democracy. America was set up as a constitutional republic. That constitution was written as the rules of the land that we're supposed to follow. And it's also an outline for the government not to overstep its boundaries. It's to limit the powers of the government, not limit the power of the people. But the government has flipped that and started limiting the power of the people. And that's completely tyrannical. And it needs to change. I don't know how to change that. I would say by peacefully fighting like hell. Peacefully. I don't want to go to jail or get raided by the FBI. So peacefully fight back like hell against this stuff. That's our only chance of survival in the United States. Because if we keep letting our government take advantage of us like this, we'll be living in a communist dictatorship. And I say that in the way that the government will be too big. It would be oversized and it would be controlling our every moves. And that's what they're trying to do. They want to control your speech and everything else. They want to make it so that you can't even call a cross-dressing man a man. You have to call a cross-dresser a real woman. I mean, all of this stuff is a joke. The health secretary is a joke. It's a cross-dressing man demanding to be called a woman. All of this is a violation of your First Amendment rights, and it's just a violation of biological reality. All of this is an invasion of reality. The Stormy Daniels trial, they call it a hush money trial, and try to convince you that paying off hush money is illegal. There's no crime on the books about paying off hush money. And I guess that's all I wanted to say about that trial right there. I mean, we could move on to the other trials and I could talk about how Trump is innocent. I think I have a little bit more time. I'll get into at least one more of the trials. Let's talk about the stolen documents. That's what they're calling them. He declassified those documents, and I'll leave a description and a link to Nara's website below, and to the memorandum that Donald Trump wrote on January 19th, 2021, asking the National Archives to declassify the documents having to do with Operation Crossfire Hurricane. Anyway, he wrote that memorandum on January 19th. The link will be in the description box below. And on January 20th, 2021, Donald Trump's last half a day in office, Nara responded, giving Donald Trump permission declassifying a lot of the documents pertaining to Operation Crossfire Hurricane. And those are the documents Donald Trump had, and the documents they're trying to make illegal for him to have. And the reason they want to make it illegal for Donald Trump to have those documents is because it would clear his name on a lot of these foul acts that the Democrats have been putting him through. It shows that the Democrats were illegally investigating his presidency, him as a president, and during his campaign. Operation Crossfire Hurricane was an illegal investigation into the Trump administration. And Nara agreed to declassify those documents. Trump asked them to declassify those documents. The documents were declassified, and now Donald Trump is being charged with it. And Joe Biden has weaponized the Department of Justice against his political enemies. This is all just a political witch hunt. It doesn't have anything to do with law. Anyway, it was nice talking to you guys. I hope this video went better than the last few. I think it did, just from the way I feel talking to the camera and talking to you guys. And I appreciate you all from watching. I'd really appreciate and love it if you guys could like, comment, and share. But either way, have a good day, guys. It was great talking to you. And I'll get into it next time. Hopefully in the next couple of days, I'll release another video.